One very exciting movement that started 5 years ago is the Slow Money movement. And that is about nurture capital, not venture capital. Nurture capital is slow, it's place-based, it's based on relationship. It doesn't demand high rates of interest return, but you get high rates of community trust, of supporting your local farms and food so that you will have a healthy food supply. It's taking some of your money out of Wall Street and investing it with people that you know. And already within 5 years, over $38 million has been invested in, I think, over 350 small food-based enterprises around the country and now in several European countries. So it's very exciting to look at investing in a whole different way. The current system has put up many barriers to force us all into Wall Street. Fortunately, we're understanding more ways to stay legal, but begin the shift. And Slow Money is at the forefront of that. Business Alliance for Local Living Economies is very involved in that. So to form investment clubs is one way that you can do this. And they're SEC approved. You pool your money, you do your research, but instead of researching a stock on Wall Street, you research a local farmer, or the cheese maker, or the clothes maker, whoever may be the group of businesses or the type of investing that you want to do. And then most of it now, to be legal within the system, is debt-based, but instead of demanding you're going to start to make profits and you're going to get big and get bought out and earn me 10 or 20 or 30%, this is looking at 1%, 2%, 3 to 5%. I think the typical investment club is looking at a 3 to 5 or 3 to 6% return. So it's backing us away from the high interest demands that mean I don't have to come up with that 10% interest, which is a lot more money. I only have to come up with a very small amount. And so it begins to offer an alternative. There are credit unions now, several credit unions around the country that are offering CDs. So I get an insured CD, but all that CD is, the pooled fund is available for education, for putting solar on houses, for all kinds of things. So I can choose the local energy CD, or the local education CD, or the helping women and children CD, whatever it is, more of those are beginning to show up around the country. So to look around and recognize what you have available already, and encouraging your community, your local credit union, getting a group together with a good presentation of why you want this to happen, and that this will give that institution a niche that will bring even traditional business to them and make them a stronger entity. So that's something people can look for, and you can invest out of town. So even if it's not happening in your town, you could invest in some of these things elsewhere. There are community loan funds that issue notes. They're not insured, but they'll offer you a 1 to 3 to 5% return, which is more than you're going to get in a money market fund at the Schwab account, or at your local bank, or at a bank. So that money is doing good things. You know that money is being directed to things you believe in rather than just turning it loose. There are credit cards being offered by some very socially responsible community banks now. So instead of a big bank credit card, you can get a credit card where that fee base will help go to support In the Pacific Northwest, they have one for fishing and logging communities, that it will support the transitions for those folks in those communities. CSAs are a good way to support farmers because you're putting the money in up front when they need the money to do the planting, and you're sharing in the risk and reward of the harvest. And you know who's growing your food, much healthier. I support a number of those things. Then crowdfunding became legal. The folks who want to make money off it moved in to help write the rules, but those of us who want to have it providing ways for regular people to pitch in small amounts of money and raise capital for good businesses, those kinds of efforts are beginning to show up now as well. And I'm leaving today to go to the Slow Money Conference and a 2-day workshop ahead of it, where I'll be getting a lot more details about these kinds of things. But anybody can go to Slow Money, and the first their principles. So it's all principles based, and it's nurture capital. It's bringing money back to earth, bringing money back into relationship with the planet and with the people who are growing food, and bringing social and economic justice into the equation.